She just disappeared! She just disappeared in a vent! Hi, I'm John. I'm a private investigator, and I've been doing that for about 4 years now. The average investigator is probably a little bit more observant in general than the average Joe, so I'm gonna be doing my best to just watch as much as I possibly can. But there's also the added barrier of this being remote. There's a lot of physical tells that are just not gonna be available to me. But I'm excited to be here. I think it'll be fun. With enough practice, maybe I would turn into a real good Among Us player. Is that what they're called? One imposter. Okay, where are we? Cafeteria? Okay, go, 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 go. No, not the med bay. Oh, come on, get over there, security. Oh, Nick B and May were just next to each other. Could he be stalking her? Ooh, okay, let me see this map. Oh, I can't see where other people are? Oh, that's terrible. That map's not helpful. Well, it's either look at the security cameras or run blindly around. There's 4 of them together. Green, blue, teal, and pink. No, green, blue, red, and pink. I don't know. Who's the white one? Elias? Okay, this is terrible. Okay, so Nick B's gone, which is a shame. Oh, no. Let's pay him respects.
Katya was standing around in the cafeteria for a really long time, and I just thought it was kind of sus, like at the very beginning.
I don't remember much. I remember that briefly I saw Nick B and May kind of shadowing each other, but that was near the beginning of the whole escapade. So, any other thoughts?
I was
wow, the only person with the
cat.
dead body throwing suspicions around.
Here's the deal. We're not gonna excise anybody from the game just yet. There's some suspicion cast on Katya, possibly on May. A good observation that May was running possibly a disinformation campaign. First comment in the entire conversation was from May. It's game on. Okay, well, security didn't really help me out last time, although maybe it kind of did. There's Katya. I think Eli might be the killer. I gotta keep an eye on him. I don't know where that guy is. I gotta find him. There's Nilly, Katya, and Chelsea. What is Katya doing? Just kind of chilling? I lost Katya. I think, okay, she's at a thing. The imposter made it dark. Oh, she just disappeared! She just disappeared in a vent! I got her! I might pull the trigger here, round 2. I might just get this imposter off of my spaceship. She knew I was chasing her, so she killed the lights and jumped in a vent. Now, the only question is, not knowing this game, is did I lose her in the low light? Okay, bring it on! Bring it on! Bring it on! Bring it on! I think it's gotta be Katya. It's gotta be Katya. Other people's thoughts, go.
100% agree. I watched her do the act.
Oh! Irish, I love it. I move that we vote. I think it's Katya, but I need my team to back me on this. Okay, all right. So this is either a horrible witch hunt or we got her. Oh, there she goes. Oh, yeah! That is right! That is right! It was certainly a dash of luck, which is oftentimes the sharpest tool in the private investigator's toolbox. I had a hunch about Katya. I would pass through a room or two and see her just kind of standing around. And I'm getting the sense that if you're a human who needs to complete these tasks, you're almost constantly in motion. I basically put all my eggs in one basket and followed her around, and it paid off. One imposter. Oh, I got him. No, I didn't. He's fast, but he's faster than me, isn't he? So that's probably him. I lost him. It's Eli. It's Eli. I think he's faster than me, and now he's trying to shake me like Barry Sanders. Look at this dude's moves. So far, he's yet to go anywhere and stay anywhere yet. He's mostly just kind of wandering around hoping he'll lose me. He's still just using the cameras. Oh, word? Where was the murder?
The body's in the top right-hand corner of electrical.
Okay, here's the deal. I was following Eli the whole time. I believe he's running faster than I am. Security can vent to electrical and back.
Yeah, I was just trying to be a good person and look at the security cameras while you guys were doing work.
That sounds like a gigantic crock of bullshit. We have a decision to make. We can vote on Eli, which I'm somewhat comfortable with, or we can let it ride one more round and put someone's life at risk.
Let's vote someone out to shake it up.
Okay, let's vote out Eli. I don't like Eli. I think it's time to vote.
Oh no! Oh no!
He was not the imposter. Now what? That just doesn't make sense. Who said they were in security with him? Was it Chelsea? Oh, go into a vent, I see, but not using it. Interesting. I lost her. Get around that corner. What are you doing? Chelsea has yet to complete a single task. And she just disappeared. Whoa.
Well.
It was found in electrical.
Okay, I had my eye on Chelsea, and I do not think it's possible that she vented and committed that crime and then reported the body. Well, she didn't report the body, but I think I was wrongly tailing Chelsea there.
I never know what's going on, so I don't think it would ever be me. But is that suspicious or is that the truth? I don't know.
I did shields, which is a visual task in front of Irish, so I'm for sure not the imposter.
And do you vouch for that,
I vouch
Irish?
for Katya.
Okay, now Katya, do you vouch for Irish?
I vouch for it. I was on her.
I vouch for Irish because he could have killed me like this entire time. And
Okay.
he never did.
All right, we got to vote here. I don't like anything. I think maybe it's Jared, Nick, or Caro at this point in time. I will not vote personally. Damn it, it's another life lost by not voting. Let that sink in. This sucks. Caro has basically said nothing, done nothing. Come on, get around that corner. I lost her. Does that mean she vented? I gotta get to admin. I gotta see that map. There's 3 people in here. They'll keep an eye on Nick. Where the heck is Caro? It's gotta be Caro. Oh, I don't like this. Okay, I know Katya and Nick and Chelsea were all in electrical with me at one point in time. Everybody walked out of there alive. So I think Chelsea, Katya, and Nick are absolved completely. I think it's Irish or Caro.
I haven't seen Irish or Caro this entire time.
Just so everyone knows, I found the body in O2.
You killed the body?
The accent makes you very suspicious.
I'm
Yeah,
an actor. I'm Moira Rose. Please let me have my accents.
You're deflecting. All right, we're gonna go ahead and vote. Let's do it quick. Too many have died already. I mean, one of them we killed, but whatever. We gotta be right about this. Okay.
Yes.
We didn't get the imposter fast enough by my standards. You know, there's no winners here when people are dying. What I'm basically doing is singling somebody out each round to kind of tail them, and then based on each round's discussion, I can get a decent idea of maybe 1 or 2 people who I think are not the imposter. I think I want to stick with that process of ruling people out before making a decision. All right, 2 imposters this time. All right, I'm not gonna tail somebody. Get to the map, okay. Oh, it just tells me how many people are there. Okay. Well, I'm gonna rock this. Oh, I got one! Oh my God! Oh no! There's 2 that are in electrical immediately. Wait, are they doing the hallways or? There's 2 that were in electrical. Oh my God! Oh, I got it! Okay. Oh my God, okay. This is up. Who's down there in electrical? Something weird is going on. This is electrical. Now there's nobody there. Oh my God. So somebody who was in oxygen, who was in the oxygen area? Oh God, there's a body. This is terrible. Who was down in electrical early on?
I was in electrical. I think it was Chelsea or Katya. I don't remember if it was red or pink that was in there with me.
Yeah, there was at least 4 people in there at one point in time.
I can vouch for Nilly. She did a task, or a visual task, doing the trash. So Nilly's clear.
Katya, how long ago were you in admin?
I like Irish. Irish is doing my job for me here. If I could jump in here, we're running out of time. Katya also vouched for Nilly, is that right?
That's correct.
Yes.
Okay, we have to vote. I'm gonna move that we vote for Katya, but vote your conscience. If we can get one of these imposters on this first go, it's a big win. Unless Irish is with us. And now it's game on. So Nilly's probably legit because Katya was legit. I suspect Irish. I also see Chelsea and Caro doing nothing together. It's dark. Chelsea's gonna try to run away. Oh, she did. She beat me.
What the
Okay,
hell?
oh
What
my God,
happened?
oh my
What
God,
happened?
oh
What
my
happened?
God. Okay.
What happened?
What
I was
happened?
in electrical, and I swear to God, I just saw Irish run away from the body.
Irish is definitely one of them. I was suspicious of Irish before last round. We are gonna vote, and I'm gonna vote for Irish.
Look, for me, this is just a game, you know? This isn't my livelihood, so I wouldn't lead you astray on this.
Well, now I'm definitely voting for you.
Oh, good for all of you.
All right, okay, so we got one of the imposters. I gotta follow May. I think it might be May. You know what? I gotta go to admin. I gotta look at this map. There's fewer people now. There's 2 in the cafeteria. 1 just zapped out of storage into electrical. Oh my God, that's the one! Get to electrical. Oh, you slow, weird it's May! Oh my God, May running away from electrical. Go to electrical. If you can find the body, you can prove there's a body, I guess. I don't know. Is that a dead body? Oh, it's a bone sticking out. Okay, it's May. I think it's gotta be May. You did nothing. You completed no tasks. You didn't help with the crisis on the ship. And then I found the body. It's gotta be May, but I'd love to hear Chelsea and Eli's thoughts.
It's May. I was with Chelsea the whole time.
Okay, well, we know what to do. We'll vote. I mean, that one was tough as I expected. 2 imposters and 2 deaths every time. If you're playing with friends, you can kind of tell who's a bullshit and who's not. Some people go so far the other way to make it sound like they don't care about what's coming out of their mouth that it sure doesn't sound like the truth. Even when I was getting frustrated, it was still fun because the stakes are high and it's fun to win.
My name is Michael Francis, and I am a former capo regime in the Colombo crime family, one of the 5 New York Mafia families. I was born in Brooklyn, raised there for many, many years, then moved out to the coast here. I'm in Los Angeles now with my wife and a bunch of kids, and kind of changed the direction of my life, but I was part of that life for over 25 years. I did some time in prison, was indicted several times, arrested more times than I could remember, somehow managed to get through it all, and here I am now today. I came into that life in an early age. I was 24 years old when I was inducted into the family in a very solemn ceremony, Halloween night, 1975. I was made with 5 other guys. That's the term we use, made. My father was a heavyweight in that life. He was the underboss of the Colombo family back in the 60s. My dad, unfortunately, drew a 50-year prison sentence. He was convicted of masterminding a nationwide string of bank robberies. Went to trial, was convicted, and got a 50-year prison sentence. So he had a powerful influence on me. I got involved with that life to try to help my father get out of that prison sentence, and then I got deeply involved myself. I came in as a soldier. I was elevated to the position of captain, capo regime, and at one point in time, they were slating me to become the boss of that family. Went on to make a very significant amount of money. I had devised a scheme to defraud the government out of tax on every gallon of gasoline. Ran that scheme for over 8 years, and at one point in time, I was bringing in close to $8 million a week and became a major target of law enforcement. I was indicted actually 5 times. I had 2 federal racketeering cases, one brought on by Rudy Giuliani, a trial that I was acquitted in actually. But then in 1985, I was indicted on another major racketeering case by the feds. 10-year prison sentence. I had a $15 million restitution. I had fallen in love with a young girl who was actually a dancer in a film that I was involved in, married her, and wanted to kind of change my life. So I took the plea as a result of that. I did 8 years on that 10, which was the maximum, came out and kind of turned my life around. I'm now a public speaker. I've written several books. I've heard of these Mafia games because I've been asked to get involved in them in some way and never really paid too much attention to it. My wife would think I lost my mind if I started playing video games, but actually my boys said, Dad, you should get involved, it's fun. You know, they wanted to play a few times, but I just never did it. But I heard of them for sure. Well, there's probably a lot of things in video games that you can't really do in real life. I don't know, I'm about to find out. Well, obviously we're in Manhattan, my old stomping grounds. Grew up in Brooklyn, but obviously spent a lot of time in Manhattan.
I don't really remember too much about the old country. And then one day my father decided it was time to move away.
Well, my grandparents came over a little earlier than that, actually. I think 1910, my grandparents first came here. My father was actually, he was born in Naples on a boat trip that my grandparents went back. He was born there, he stayed there for about 6 months, then came back to the States. It's funny, when he got in trouble, he was a naturalized citizen, otherwise they would have deported him. The way the Mafia started to form here in America, unfortunately, you know, some of the street guys were doing exactly this. They were feeding off of their own kind. Yeah, it's somewhat realistic, yeah. I mean, this is how it started out, kind of preying on their own kind, and then it got a bit more sophisticated.
Load this pile of crates onto that truck. Start now and don't take all day.
They got the dialogue right, huh? These guys must all be from Brooklyn. You know, mob guys don't usually do honest work when they're in the mob, that's for sure. Well, they may do some, but it's always in connection to something illegal that they're doing.
When I said I needed a job, I didn't mean slave labor.
Whatever.
I can make 100 times more working for Barbaro Incorporated.
Wait, you said Barbaro? Joe Barbaro?
You know, Joe Barbaro was a real guy, by the way. Did you ever hear of Appalachia? Back in the 1950s, there was a meeting of all the major mob guys from all over the country. It was in Appalachia, New York. Law enforcement got wind of it. There was a lot of guys there, and they actually kind of invaded the place. Everybody ran away. They locked up a whole bunch of guys. It was the last time that a major meeting of mob guys from around the country ever happened as a result of that.
So you won't mind if I give Joe a call, right?
So would he be calling a guy on the phone to ask about that? I don't know. I doubt it. We didn't use phone calls for situations like that. He'd say, he'd probably say, I'll go and meet the guy, I'll find out, come back tomorrow, I'll let you know. And you better be telling the truth, because if you're not, you're gonna be in trouble. You didn't want to use somebody's name back in the day. That would get you in trouble. Even if you knew somebody and used his name without them knowing about it, you'd be in trouble. I was in a bar that my father had something to do with. I was younger, and there was a guy at the bar that was bothering one of the waitresses. And so the owner came over to me. He said, Mike, can you talk to this guy? He said, because he's getting a little bit out of control, being a little out of hand. And I said, okay. So I went over to him and I said, hey, why don't you leave the girl alone? She don't want to be bothered. You're getting a little out of hand. And he looked at me and he said, you know who I am? The worst line you could ever say to somebody in that life. And I said, no, tell me who you are. He says, you know who owns this place? I said, no, tell me who owns it. He said, a guy by the name of Sonny Francis. I said, really? He said, yeah. He said, let me tell you this. He said, Sonny's doing time right now. He's away, but I make one phone call and I'll have his son Michael down here in 5 minutes. And he's talking to me, okay? So needless to say, I said, I'll tell you what, come in the back. Since you mentioned such a strong name, I want to talk to you, We took him in the back, and I guarantee you this guy never would mention somebody's name again. That was commonplace in New York. People mention people's names all the time, get him in trouble. So he's a collector. So in other words, it's Shylock money on the street, and he's collecting. Common job. When I was a captain, I had a lot of guys around me. I used to give the money to them at 1 or 2 points a week, and they in turn would lend it out, and add another point or two for themselves so they can make some money, because we had a lot of guys around us that couldn't earn 5 cents. If we didn't help them, give them something, they wouldn't have any money. So, but everybody, any mob guy that has any kind of money, he's always putting it out on the street. When I went to prison, I had about $1 million on the street. I was collecting 2% a week, so do the math, it was a lot of money.
Now get out of here before I kick your ass.
Well, you know what? As soon as he said that, that's what would happen. Now, I'll be honest with you, usually there's no fight like that. Normally it's one punch or one kick and he's down, that's it, and the money comes back. When a guy owes money, they're not fighting back, they're gonna pay because they know who they owe it to. And they know that if they don't pay or if they do anything out of turn, they're gonna be in trouble. You gotta remember, in that life, you make a mistake, you pay for it. You could pay for it with your life. I mean, it could be serious, so you don't see fights like that.
Hey, pal, Derek needs you to pay the fee for the barber.
Yeah. I must have forgot or something.
Next time, try to pay on time, okay? Thanks.
Yeah, that's how it would go normally.
Hey, Derek needs you to pay the fee for the barber.
Sure, here it is. I don't want no problems.
Don't leave it until the last minute next time.
Yeah, this is normal, but why is he collecting money off all of these guys that are just workers? They must be gamblers.
Hey, pal.
Got to be a gambling debt, because he wouldn't be lending money to guys like that. This is not real. I got to tell you, this is not realistic. You don't see fights like this. See, one thing you got to remember, we didn't fight on the street. If we fought, it was some spontaneous thing that happened in a club or whatever. If somebody got out of hand and they didn't pay, they'd be in the hospital. I mean, they may as well be in a boxing ring. I mean, this is not realistic at all. That's it. Good kick. Saw a lot of that. A lot of this was unrealistic. First of all, these are guys that they're working stiffs. If money was lent to them, I'm sure it wasn't a lot. You lend to what you know you're going to get paid back. When you put money out on the street, guy can keep it forever as long as he pays the interest. That's the whole deal. You don't have to pay the principal back for as long as he keeps it, as long as he doesn't miss an interest payment. You miss a payment, you're in trouble. You'd never see a fight over that. Maybe the mob guy would hit the guy that didn't have the money, but nobody's going to hit back. That's the least traffic I ever seen in Manhattan.
I need gas stamps. They're worth a fortune now because of the gas shortage.
Gas stamps?
Where can we get them?
Pretty close to home for me. The case that I finally got convicted on, I took a plea on, was a case in which I defrauded the government out of tax on every gallon of gasoline. I ran that operation for about 8 years. I had all the Russian mobsters involved with me on that. And at the height of my operation, I had 350 gas stations I either owned or operated. And I had 18 companies that were licensed to collect tax on every gallon of gasoline. The height of my operation, we were selling 500 million gallons of gas a month, and we were taking down 20, 30, 40 cents a gallon. Close to $8-9 million a week. I had my own jet plane, I had a helicopter, I had houses all over the country, so I mean, I had it going on. If you have gas, it's like having money. I had a terminal out in Long Island in Oceanside, and we always had 3 or 4 million gallons of gas in the ground, and that was like cash. So the object here is this guy Vito is supposed to go into past security guards without planning this, without thinking about it, without putting a crew together, somehow get through the security guards in a place that he's never scoped out before, because normally you're going to scope it out, you're going to see what's what. You got to plan something like this, and then how are you going to get into the safe? He's got no tools with him. He's just walking in there and somehow magically going to open the safe. Would never happen that way. I want to see if he's going to case it out first, if he's going to look, see how many security guards there. He didn't get any information whatsoever on what that safe looks like, what kind of safe it is. So how do you just go in there and crack a safe without knowing anything about it or having any tools or figuring anything out? What is he going to do with the security guards? How's he going to get past them? What is he going to tell them? Going to sneak in a window? He's driving Maria now to the hospital.
They keep the back door open at night.
No, but the basement window usually is. So
how did I call that? He's coming in through a window.
Safe, right?
Yeah. Never happened. How many guards are there? She didn't say. What are they guarding? The front, the back? Are they walking through the halls? I mean, you're going to pull a job off like this, you're going to want to know everything as in detail as you possibly can, so you know what you can do and what you can't do. Now, the problem with this, also, is Maria is if this heist does take effect, she's a potential witness. See, right off the bat, I can tell you this is not a one-man job. You'd have at least two people there, somebody watching out for him, maybe somebody trying to distract the security guards. It would never be a one-man job. All right, well, that was convenient. The window was left open. He's in the men's room.
All right, here's the key. Now I gotta get to the safe.
Find the safe and steal the stamps. Okay. You wouldn't count on trying to get around the guard or sneaking around. You'd probably just get the guard and hit him in the back of the head, knock him out, and then go about your business because you don't even know where the safe is. You gotta go look for it. So you can't keep sneaking around from the guard. You just take him out right away. Okay. Well, the guy is not a safe cracker. He's never done anything like this in his life, but he's gonna go in there and he's gonna crack a sophisticated safe. No, that's not happening. Now, we did have people that were, safe crackers. They knew how to do this, but you're not gonna tell a guy cold to go in and crack a safe. It's not gonna happen. Picking a lock, very difficult. Again, you gotta be a locksmith, you gotta have tools, you gotta know what you're doing. You can't just walk in there cold and pick a lock. I wish it was that easy. We would have been a lot wealthier. No, he's pretty good. He got it done somehow. Now, this looks like a pretty secure safe. It looks like it'd be like a bank vault almost. Now, how's he gonna open this? Picking this lock too? Oh my God. Only in a video game would you see this, trust me. Now, first of all, he wouldn't only take the stamps, he'd take everything in there. All right, so the alarm went off. Security guards are still roaming around. This is why you take them out. There's no way that he would get out of this place. No way in the world. This whole scene is totally unrealistic. I had somebody shoot at me once, but it was a mistake. I was getting out of a car at a diner in Brooklyn. There was three of us. And it was drive-by and guys shot at us. They thought we were somebody else.
These stamps you took have an expiration date.
And you didn't say anything about any expiration dates?
This would blow up real bad in real life, real bad. The guy went through all that trouble. I didn't hear him say anything about expiration dates on stamps. He almost gets himself killed. He gets in, gets what he has to get, gets out, hands him the thing, and then he said, "This isn't any good." That would end very badly for one of them there, trust me.
What the hell is this? Crazy bastard!
So this is the Irish mob and the Italian guys.
What the hell are you doing here, you?
They're pulling off a heist at the same place at the same time.
So this is our...
Pretty unrealistic. Now you got to understand, back in the day, back in the 30s, 20s, 30s, 40s, when things were unorganized, possibly something like this could have happened. But in later days, when, the families were formed and we got a lot more sophisticated, something like this would never happen. There would never be a major shootout in the street, among rival gangs. There would never be cops coming all at one time. So this is pretty unrealistic. In my day, other than the Lufthansa heist, which you might have heard about, it was a big, big heist in the airport at the time. I don't remember anything like this ever occurring in the 25 years that I was part of that life. Nor did I ever hear of anything. But again, back in the 20s, 30s, possibly, but certainly not in the Mafia that we know. There's two guys there going to go in against an army of cops. I mean, that would never happen. These guys would be running for their lives, trying to find some place to get out of there. I don't think the game was very realistic. It certainly was intriguing. I mean, the graphics were amazing. You can tell that, who's ever creating these games, they don't have a real knowledge of the life, and that's not really knocking them because you're television, unless you're an insider, you don't really have knowledge of that life. You wouldn't see shootouts in the middle of the street. You wouldn't see warring gangs going after each other. It was a fun ride. For realism, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give it a 4 or 5. After watching this and playing this game a little bit, I mean, it's so sensational, so to speak. I don't see how anybody can look at this game and actually, you know, let it affect their life to the point where they would want to go out and commit a violent act. I mean, I just don't get it. To me, there's no relation to that whatsoever. It's a game.
My name is Bert Ballard. I teach communication ethics. I'm an associate professor of communications at Pepperdine University. In an ethical dilemma, you're always having to engage in trade-offs. In some ways, we call that an aporia, a tension between two rights. So what I'm going to be looking for is not just in terms of what are the moral dilemmas and choices, but how does an artificial intelligence and an android navigate these kinds of moral dilemmas and questions and concerns for others within the context of the game. And then the even deeper question, is an android or an artificial intelligence actually a moral agent? I'm excited to play it. Let's do it.
Please, please, you gotta save my little girl.
All right, ma'am. You need to go.
You can't do that. Why aren't you sending a real person?
What's defined as real? Maybe it's because I am a professor, but I am choosing to analyze the situation. So at this point, I'm still trying to understand what happened. Sounds like the child was close to the android, but there's a victim. Someone is deceased. It's like the police officer who was the first responder. I'm still trying to understand a little bit more of what happened. Stories often provide context for understanding why particular actions are taken. It doesn't necessarily mean they did the right thing with those actions, but it does help us understand why a particular sequence of events occurred. Ethical dilemmas never occur in a vacuum. They occur because of some series of events. One of the things we say in communication is you're always responding to something else. The idea that we created something out of nothing is false. We simply respond to what happened before us. So I want to understand why, in this case, would a deviant respond by grabbing a gun out of the closet, holding a child hostage, and then shooting the police officer.
Stay back! Don't come any closer or I'll jump!
Somebody's name, you humanize them. He's probably feeling kind of threatened, so try to calm him down just a little bit.
Are you armed?
Tell the truth.
Yes, I have a gun. Drop it. No,
if he knows that I'm telling the truth, the probability hopefully will go up.
I know you and Emma were very close.
That's all right. See if we can come back. Try to come back to the relationship rather than blaming him as an individual. Of course, through this whole thing, I'm interpolating the notion that this is a real moral agent.
I never wanted this. I love him.
So he's relaxing because I appealed to his sense of nature. Oh, no, he's not very happy.
Let the girl go, and I promise you won't be hurt.
Remember, the goal is to save the child, which is the consequence. In some case, I'm using that relationship in order to save that child. He may, in the end, feel a betrayal of trust, but the child will be saved. And of course, in all these games, there's always a twist, so I'm wondering what will happen here. Everyone always has to violate it, don't they? So Kant, one of the very famous philosophers, Immanuel Kant, one of his big things was you never ever tell a lie. It's always about truth. And for him, truth is a principle you never violate. Within a context of communication ethics, when you lie, you get rid of trust. But I don't tend to think of things in terms of lying. I tend to think things in terms of deception. And deception is about not always telling everything that you might know. But in this case, Kant's wisdom is right on. If we were to create trust, even before this incident, would the deviant Daniel in this case have acted that way? Trust was also what, within the context of the video game, would save the child. It's clearly, and obviously it's a video game, so it's an artificial world, and there are clearly plot contrivances and things to drive it. But no, I think it does a good job of forcing you to think through those kinds of things. It looks like it is private property, trespassers will be prosecuted, and the question is, you know, it could be uncomfortable but safe, and how do you get in there? Open 24/7, can't stay. Uncomfortable but discreet. All right, so it looks like I have multiple options. I want to go to the laundromat just to get warm. So we can find a change of clothes. I see. Yes, I'm thinking about taking the clothes, but the trade-off is you've got somebody who is cold and wet. Oh, there's the moral conscience. In this particular society, you're marked as an android, so you are not seen as a full human being. All right, okay, Alice, you corrected me. For now, well, in this particular case, right, communication serves to correct me in my ethical dilemma and concern. And sometimes that's how communication ethics works. We have others who can help us find the better path. All right, we're leaving. It reminds me a little bit of a very classic case that they often use for ethics called the Heinz Dilemma, where a husband's wife is dying, the drug costs a lot of money, does he break into the drugstore or not? And it's something we often use in introductory ethics classes to get students thinking about, do you steal the drug from the drugstore, or do you let your wife die? And so at this point, I'm trying to hedge my bets that she will be okay if I can continue to search for other possibilities. I'm gonna try the house. You know what? I think I'm gonna try something different. We're gonna go back and steal some clothes. She may not like it, but I need to not look like an android. Hang in there, Alice. Your life of crime is beginning. Take it. Oh, man. Oops. I wouldn't have done that in real life. Well, no longer an option. Dang. At this point, I know I can get back to the car. I don't want to try the house. What we try to avoid often in real life is how we do ethics. We don't want to deal with that tension around the ethics. We just want to implement. All right, we'll use Alice. Cold, hungry, desperate. Let's up the circumstances.
Knock them down? But why? Please. Alice, just trust me.
Chance to live on the unethical wild side. I don't know why she's knocking them down. Oh, I know why. Whoa.
You all right? Are you hurt? Well, don't worry.
Yeah.
It's just a few cans.
Come on, let's go.
Uh-oh. Now we're in trouble. Got away. The ethical decision in this case is, all right, you're desperate. In some sense, in my own self-justification, the clerk didn't offer a whole lot of pity. Yes, I may be an android, but this is a little girl, so I'm going to need to use what resources I can to be able to get what I need to take care of this girl. What's interesting, right, is our choices create our realities. You make a choice, and it leads to another set of choices. And in this case, I've constrained myself because I screwed up stealing the clothes, so the choices aren't choices that I'm able to follow through on anymore. If only we had do-overs. Just hit the reset button. You can do that in video games, you can't do that in life.
Yes,
it's often hard that because you make decisions, just like the decision tree that is shown at the end, the flow chart, Once you get on a particular path, it can be hard to turn that around. Doesn't mean we can't, but we often start to make small little decisions that can lead to larger ethical violations later on, which is what I'm illustrating right now. I've tried to steal clothes. I'm now cutting property. I stole food. I stole money. And in my mind, I'm justifying saying, well, this child needs a safe place to go, and I continue to close off my options. So I'm getting a little bit frustrated because I didn't do it, quote, right in terms of the game. But now, I've broken a lot of ethical boundaries. But we have food and money. Let's see if I can get into this house. I gotta find her first.
Wait, what are you doing?
Visitors.
Look, I'm an android too. You have nothing to worry about.
Clearly a paranoid android.
Any harm. You have my word.
Definitely not something I foresaw. Now I've at least saved the little girl. And clearly there's something in this whole storyline about androids feeling marginalized and objectified.
Come on!
Choosing to stay because he's pretty paranoid and I've gained his trust. So hopefully he will at least be protective of the two of us. Ah, there we go.
Why didn't he ever love me? He'll never leave me, right? Promise you'll never go.
I promise.
I promise.
Will we be together forever?
Yes, we'll be together forever.
Forever.
I got $50. Ooh, emotion. Can androids show emotion? They can in this video game. The experience was fun. I mean, it's neat to be able to see these moral dilemmas mapped out in a much more clear way. I would say, it's 80% realistic. The choices you're gonna have to make under those circumstances are true to life. I mean, having to make the choices about how to build connection with the hostage taker, yes. Having to choose to sometimes do things you don't want to, such as stealing, shoplifting, diverting, breaking and entering in order to get shelter to take care of a child is definitely true. What isn't true, because it is linear in a game, you're forced into certain choices, whereas you might make different kinds of choices in different ways. There's lots of different ways to navigate out of these, and there's almost an infinite number of possibilities and resources available, and that can't be captured in a game. The choices that we make and the way that we reflect on them impact not just ourselves, but others. And the more we consider that in the way that we make our choices, hopefully the better world that we can create, the better relationships that we can create in our lives.
What's up everyone, I'm Ivan Preciado and I am a professional graffiti artist. Every day being a graffiti artist and going to work is really just pushing the boundaries. I wake up, I go into my studio, start drafting, start designing, I start brainstorming, and what a lot of it is, for me, is brand strategizing and just trying to build more work that could just reach a wider audience. I haven't played video games, dude, since I was like 12 years old, and this will be my first time ever trying VR. Very few times do I actually get to do raw graffiti, and this time I get to do it VR style, so I don't know, I just want to do raw graffiti and have fun. So pretty much what I'm seeing right now is a color palette. So I like to start with a nice gray. So let me look at the tips they got. So they got pink dot, which is a real nice fat cap. This is actually one of my favorite fat caps. That's pretty lucky. Fat cap, what that does is it'll give the paint a wider spray. So for covering big areas real fast, this is really good. This is a thin cap. I'll use this tip when I'm outlining my piece to get nice, clean, thin lines. I am going to start out with my favorite, the New York fat cap. This is my all-time favorite cap. It hurts my hands after a while, but this cap is good for just getting started. It has a nice, hard edge around the spray, so it gives you like nice, solid lines. So I'm going to do is there like a setting where I can make myself taller? They should totally put that in the game. So there's my chi. Dude, this is so tight. To be quite honest with you, this is pretty spot on, dude. Like, I'm not even gonna front with you. Like, I feel like I'm actually painting. As far as like spray paint reality and virtual reality, I would give this a 10 out of 10. pretty much mapping out my letters and blocking out big areas and just laying paint onto the wall. Get the structure of my piece going. Yeah, I could see myself using this game like at home to get like a real good like practice run, like a test run. Now people could experience the thrills and adrenaline of doing street art without having to risk the actual consequences of doing this. Funny too, because actually being on this time restraint kind of feels like reality, like when you're hitting like an illegal yard, because any moment you could be ran out by cops. The pressure I'm getting from doing this is the real pressure I feel like I get when I'm painting. This is the outlining part. This is personally my favorite part of doing graph, because even though we're still in like the beginning stages, this is the part that's gonna bring your piece to life. Oh, what I love about this too is like, so in reality, we're always limited on paint. It's always like, dude, I only brought one black, so I have to like really spend it wisely. Oh, you could even flare in here. Dude, that's so sick. I just did that on accident. So flaring is when you hold the can towards the wall at a certain angle, and it'll go from like real thick, like how it's set, into like real thin. That's so cool that the game actually did that. I think they should definitely create a feature where it would be super sick, where if you could grab crates and then stack them up to make yourself taller. That's what we do in real life too. Let's start adding some color into this. I'm adding color to my 3D to make it pop and just give it more of that effect like it's actually coming at you, and just like defining the areas of what's the piece and what's sort of like the background or like the dimensions. To me, this is like doing graffiti on paper times 1,000. If I got into graffiti using this video game, dude, I would be way like ahead of my time. All right, so now I'm gonna add my glares, which pretty much will be opposite of my dimensions to make it look like if my piece was like moving through space. So now I'm gonna do core shadows. So how I have my highlight in the piece, I'll add a couple core shadows, which is like pretty much the opposite. Dude, this is so much fun. It really is. Every graffiti writer or every artist has like their own personal signature thing that they do. For me, that's these things called space rips, and it makes it look like there's like a galaxy behind my piece. crazy, man. I feel like I'm actually painting as far as like my physical body-wise. Like I am sweating like as if I was actually in a tunnel right now. And like my arm is getting tired as if I have been holding a, you know, a three-pound can. I'm just gonna add my signature. Dude, I think it came out really good. I think it came out sick. It's pretty realistic. It's actually really realistic, so yeah, I think it came out really cool. I think this game is like spot on. I think this game is 100% like a hit. The reality of it, the VR to like real life painting was pretty on point. I think they did a really good job.
So we're already entering the atmosphere here, which is great. And there it is. That's the aerodynamic effects there. So we're generating a lot of heat. This is it. We got one shot. I'm Timothy Swark. I'm a mechatronics engineer at the Jet Propulsion Laboratory, and I'm working on the sampling system for the next Mars rover. So what I do is I'm working on the drill for the rover, specifically the parts of the drill that make it spin. Well, this coring drill is going to go to Mars and acquire rock samples and prepare them for return to Earth. So my master's and PhD are in aeronautics and astronautics, which I think they're Greek for air sailing and star sailing. It's kind of crazy they gave me a degree in star sailing without having been to space myself, but I'll take it. I was thinking a fun mission to do would be to try to replicate a rover that goes to Mars. That's kind of what I know best. And we'll start by picking a rover body. Next thing I think everyone would agree on is that rovers have wheels, so we'll go with that next. That looks like a good start. When we go to Mars, we want to be able to do science. That's really the purpose. And so what this drill here is going to do, it's going to allow us to take soil samples, and we can learn about the geology of the planet. That looks like a pretty capable science machine. I'm pretty impressed with the game so far in that it's got a lot of very realistic parts. This chunk of parts you see on screen here is probably a couple hundred people, 4 or 5 years worth of time. The next thing to do is to get this down to the surface. We have power, we have communications, we have mobility. I think I'm going to try this out. I guess I just need a good name for it.
How do they come up with the names just in real life?
Yeah, usually they have essay contests and they ask school children to write in with a word and why they think it's a good fit for the rover. No wonder they ask kids. They seem to be a lot more creative than I am about this. I mean, what's an inspiring word?
Triumph.
Triumph. Triumph's a pretty good name, because that's what I expect to see here. It starts with T, so it is my name. Let's go with Triumph. Triumph 1. So what we'll do is we'll activate the engines, and then we can separate and we can look at how the rover rolls around. Okay, it's flying, it's flying. What I'm trying to do is keep straight up. Hey, we did it. Just, that's perfect. That is a rover right there. So we just need to sort of cut and paste this onto Mars, and it'll be a great day for Kerbal history. So the next thing we gotta do is take this chunk of parts and get it from space down to the surface in a controlled way. This is gonna need a pretty big rocket. We also need to give this a heat shield, because these little wheels here are not gonna stand up well to the heating on another planet. So to get to Mars, it takes between 6 and 9 months or so. So we need to make sure that we have some good power to get through space. We want to have good communications back with home. We'll give it some fuel. We'll give it its own set of thrusters for sort of fine-tuning the path. You know, we talked about having this thing land and make its way through the atmosphere of Mars. It's also got to leave the atmosphere of Earth. And so we want to have this thing be protected and streamlined. Make ourselves a nice fairing. That's what this is called. So that'll break away once we get into space and there's no more air to travel through anymore. This is the second stage of the rocket that I'm going to be working on. This will sort of take over when we're most of the way above the Earth and into orbit around the Earth. This needs an engine. I'm really looking for a good efficiency rating here. Higher number is better. Let's go with this one. And then put some more rockets on it. A few more things here, some fins to help steer us. The way things are looking now, Mars is over here, which means when we get to Mars's orbit, it's gonna be there. So I'm gonna take the luxury of speeding up time. Okay, so this is starting to look a little better here. Okay, that's good. Now we have our launch day. Well, I think the alignment of the planets and the orientation of our planet here are all aligned for this to work. This is our opportunity, let's go for it. And this point here, AP, apoapsis, is going to tell us the highest point that our rocket's going to get to. So in order to get to orbit, we need to go up to get out of the atmosphere, and then we need to go sideways. We're actually going really fast through the atmosphere here, and there's no need to do that. Let's get up above the atmosphere where the air is less thick, there's less drag, and then start going faster. Increasing our altitude, adding speed. It's looking good so far. I'm a little worried I might have used up a little bit too much fuel early on because I was talking instead of rocket engineering. So pretty soon our first stage is gonna run out. That's fine. We have a second stage rocket. And here we go, we just keep on going. We have a brand new fuel tank and a much lighter craft now. So this is gonna work really well. We're in a stable orbit around the planet. I wanna leave the vicinity of our planet moving to the right. That's the direction that the planet's already going, so our speeds are going to add together, and that's going to help us get to Mars more easily. This game's nice, it tells us how many meters per second of speed we need to add, and so I just wait till that gets to the bottom of the bar there, and in the meantime you see that my orbit is changing here, and it's changing to fit this hypothetical trajectory that we set up a few minutes earlier. So what I'm trying to do is get these two arrows to line up, and what those arrows represent are the locations of my craft and Mars at their closest. There we go. Now we're on a path to actually reach the planet. I'm trying to find a direction and amount of fuel to use in order to get to the planet more efficiently. Right now it's asking for me to fire the engine and add 1,490 meters per second worth of speed. And that's a lot. That's probably more than our rocket has left in it. So I'm trying to kind of say, well, all right, if we get there a little later, come in from a slightly different angle, can we get on a more efficient path? I think we'll get there. All right, so now we're pointing in the right direction. Our orbit is shifting a little bit, and we're gonna run out of fuel in our upper stage soon. I'm gonna use the thrusters on the crew stage to make up for that extra bit of course correction that it didn't have available from the rocket. So in the game, we've been in space for 9 days. The way things really work, I wouldn't have brought the rocket so deep into space with me, but I needed the rest of its fuel, its propellant rather. Really the next thing to do is just to accelerate time and watch as the planets follow their motions and as our spacecraft follows its path around the sun and to meet Mars at this location that we've set up. We don't want to warp past the planet. In real life, that's not a concern, only when you're playing a game using time acceleration. So our course corrections were pretty successful. It's actually showing us hitting the planet if we don't do any further course corrections. So now it seems like we're on a good trajectory. Look at that, pretty cool. It's beautiful in the game. Can't imagine what it would look like in real life. We're now getting close enough that we don't really need the crew stage anymore. So I'm gonna point the heat shield in the direction that we're going. And we can separate now from the crew stage. And so now it's just the descent and the rover and the heat shield that are left. So we're already entering the atmosphere here. And there it is, that's the aerodynamic effects there. So we're generating a lot of heat, but it's redirecting the hot gases away from the craft. It looks like we're headed for some kind of low depression area there. This is it, we got one shot. There they go, okay. Parachutes are open, so now we're slowing down a substantial amount more. If I release the parachutes too early, then there's just a lot greater distance to fall, so I'm gonna use them for a little bit longer. Get our engines ready. Cut one of the chutes and cut the other. Point straight up. Don't want to go back up. I want to keep us pointed somewhere between straight up and the direction that we're falling so that we lose some of our horizontal speed. at the same time as we continue to descend and slow down. I think we're getting pretty close to the ground here. We're at 5 meters a second, that's good. There's our shadow. Slow down a little more. Oh! I ran out of fuel at the last possible second, but we're there, we're safe, look, we're on Mars. So there's a term for what you just witnessed. It's called the 7 minutes of terror. That's the time from the minute that the craft first strikes the top of the atmosphere until it's ideally down on the ground safely. I'm gonna do maybe the most risky thing of all, and that is take the brake off and see if we can drive this thing. Okay, we're driving. We're driving on another planet. We can go up the hill, we can go down the hill. Let's drill for some samples. Let's learn about what's underground. Let's see if this way oversized drill for our little rover here is of any value. And since we got 2 of them, we might as well use both of them. There's a whole planet worth of exploration to be done now. So that's how to land a rover on Mars, or on Duna as the game calls it, and do some science along the way.
My name's Andrew McClure, and I'm a designer, and I'm here to check out the new Fortnite creative mode. A lot of the stuff in this seems like it's pretty relatable, even though it's a video game. I mean, I'll probably stick with something that's, you know, residential, kind of a cool house. From what I've seen, there's a lot of kind of industrial materials and objects and buildings, so it might be kind of cool to do something that's sort of in that vein, a contemporary concrete bunker in the mountains or something. I don't know. All right. Going through the portal. This is pretty cool. You get to see everything from an aerial view. So the first thing is probably gonna select a site to build whatever we're gonna build. This one looks good right here. It's got some accessibility to it, you know, so if this were a driveway or something, you know, somebody can walk up. I think the first thing is go through and kind of select what building materials we have at our disposal. This is pretty cool, the prefabs, like that's an architectural term. You know, if you're using prefab materials, it's already built off-site, so you're bringing it to the site. There's so many. I'm just throwing these little Pokeballs. A bunch of items show up. Everything is like got its own materials or textures. Let's start with like the foundation. Let's try to do this somewhat systematically. You know, I think this kind of flat area up here is probably a good building pad. I mean, you've got this view, Mount Olympus over there, and then you've got these views back over the valley. I'm gonna kind of cantilever some of this stuff out over the rocks, just kind of setting up the whole floor plan for the building footprint. Yeah, this feels a lot faster than what we do every day. I'm gonna try to keep some of the interior of the footprint kind of as a courtyard, maybe to soften it up, throw in some wood flooring. This is like Photoshop copy. So we're kind of creating a little walkway, garden walkway, that would just kind of run around the perimeter of the courtyard. Try to make this like a little Zen-like architecture. It would be contemporary, but there's a couple buildings that have some Asian architectural influence to them and some cool bamboo, and so maybe we'll throw some of that stuff in there. We wanted to get a stone wall. Yeah, that one looks kind of in the same family. Maybe this was like quarried from the island. So these are gonna be the primary exterior walls. We'll leave an opening for the entry, so when you come in, you know, you're coming in centered on that courtyard space. I'm gonna add the floor above now. All right, so I'm just kind of leaving the courtyard space open on the second floor too. Let light down into that space. Maybe somehow we can tie in the garage here, kind of underneath. Yeah. I saw some steel stuff. Maybe we'll use this as the wall. It's cool, it kind of just slices into the terrain there, kind of like a Batcave inspired garage. So let's add some stairs now. Pokeball, go. These stairs look a little bit more monolithic and like grand. Place these at the entry. So one thing I wanted to try to get was like more of a steel stair. We'll try this one. Actually, that kind of works perfect. That's a little bit more industrial. Let's kind of start placing maybe some interior walls. For those, I want to use something with the wood window frames that kind of ties into the courtyard. Everything frames that courtyard now. So this would be like bedroom 1, and then this could be like bathroom. So bathroom for that room, bathroom for that room. We'll keep the stone just on that middle floor. We'll take the concrete on the 3rd floor. Make the roof. I like how the geometries are kind of all offset from each other. It just doesn't feel flat. I like the idea of like the entry having big, huge landscape planters kind of right as you walk in. So you can see that. And then maybe just to soften up this elevation here where it's all stone, which I really like, we could add some kind of lower planters that flank the entry. See, I think they're a little tall. It would be nice if you could just shrink them down a tiny bit. Go back to the drawing board here. I like this temple. That's sick. Now let's get some bamboo going. That's awesome. It's like fluttering in the wind. Now get to some of the interior. This is perfect for the entry. Quick little stop right there. You can just sit there and meditate. Another thing we could do actually is add some railings. There we go. Flowers. Let's try the house. I'll probably have some items that we could use for the interior. I like those chairs. See, this light's cool. Like, they need to have more lights. You get a little bit of a glow off the wall there. Our plants are already growing through the cracks of the walls. This is bothering me. Is that better? Ah! Perfect. That desk is good. This kitchen's pretty whack. Whoever lives here is not very clean. I really don't want to use this in the kitchen. Look at those like cabinets, they're just falling off. Oh, there's a little drafting board. That's going up here. It's obviously an architect that lives here. Ooh, I like that though. There. Let's see what else they have. Big ass TV. That's going up. I like this bench, even though the leather's coming off. I'm trying to kind of select the most contemporary looking pieces available. We could go ahead and add some whips to the garage. I like this one. Classic. Oh, garage door. It's a little small. They're not quite tall enough. Right button. Guess we'll do this bed. I'm just kind of trying to detail out some of the bedrooms. I was thinking instead of use all the pre-built furniture, maybe we can use some of those cubes. It looks like they have a few interesting materials like stainless steel one. Maybe we can do something like this where, so that would be like your long commercial type kitchen. Make it like a big sushi bar or something. So maybe these are just like chunks of block stone or something, you know? It's custom built, so these could be your upper cabinets. There's a kayak. Maybe we can just use this one. Oh, we gotta get security camera on this thing. Oh, I definitely wanted to grab that tree. That's pretty cool. We just put this boar's head on a wall real quick. This is the club. They've got these dope dance floor. There, now we got like some cool lighting over each car for all the Bugattis and the Lambos and stuff. But we gotta find some other, oh, I know, the dune buggy. Oh yeah. So with the finished product here, you've kind of got this layer cake of floors, this garage here that has this steel bracing with glass in between so you can see all the cars on display. We put in some overhead lights that are somewhat disco themed. You get a view of those bedrooms and bathrooms. And then the 3rd floor as a roof deck, office, and master bedroom space. And it all kind of is just set up on this interior courtyard. So yeah, from this side, you've got your living room, with the big screen TV on that wall. You've got your dining room set up on axis with the tree in the courtyard, and then you've got your kitchen over here. And then up above, we've got an interior bedroom, master bedroom space, and then an outdoor covered space with the structural column just kind of propping that up. Come up here, I like these big, huge planters, just framing the whole entry. Security camera checking to see if I can enter that courtyard space. So when you come into the living room, you get those views, and then back to these bedrooms. And we've got our primary circulation with the 2 sets of stairs, one going down to the subterranean garage. There's all our whips. So we come up the stairs, 3rd floor. We've got the office over here, drafting board. We've got the courtyard with the railings. You can look down into those spaces. That's pretty cool. And then the master bedroom over here. Your master bedroom with this view of all that stuff. Outdoor deck area, which you get that view, that big mountain right there. So it's pretty sweet. I think that the ability to kind of take all these components that are pre-built, I just see that growing and being able to, add more and more. And it's fun. It's easy to just be creative and kind of do whatever you want. I think it's a pretty cool house. It's kind of got that Iron Man, a little bit more zen kind of industrial feel to it, but perched up on top of the cliff and having these sick views. Yeah, I mean, I'd live there for sure.
For Anthony Curcio, he pulled off the perfect crime, almost.
I planned out an armored car robbery where I dressed in blue shirt, blue hat, safety vest, and a wig, basically to look like a city worker. And before the crime happened, I posted an ad on Craigslist, and I don't know how many people showed up to the bank, but I requested that they wear a blue shirt, blue hat, safety vest, so everyone looked uniform. And on Tuesday at 11 o'clock on September 30th, 08, the Brinks armored car pulled in, and there was 10, 15 people in one corner, and then another 6 or 7 people in the other corner. And then there was one person that was on his own. As soon as they wheeled in the money, I came in from behind and pepper sprayed the armored car driver, took the money, ran across the highway and stripped off all of my clothes, threw it on the ground, and am known for escaping on an inner tube because it was separating. There was a little stream that went underneath freeway. I could go underneath the stream on the inner tube, come out the other side, and even though distance-wise they're very close, in order for a vehicle to get from here to there, it would probably be about 15, 20 minutes. So when the police showed up at the scene, here there was 16, 17 of these people, all dressed in blue shirt, blue hat, safety vest, and matching the description. The purpose of that was just to create enough confusion, just to buy me a little bit of time. So I did actually get away. I was actually caught before the crime even happened, about a week prior to the crime. I wanted to know how long it would take me to get from the bank down to the river on the inner tube across to the other side of this freeway. During that time run, it was a hot day for Seattle, so I took off the blue shirt, blue hat, and I was wearing different clothes underneath, and I put these items behind a dumpster by a grocery store. A homeless man, he started saying, "Hey, I know what that is, what's the wig for?" I get my items, I go back to the car, and I drove off, and I sat in the car, and I just remember thinking, geez. In the middle console, I had magnetic dealer plates that were just bogus, and I remember thinking, I'm not doing anything illegal, I don't need to put these on. They just sat there, and I remember looking at them after I saw that homeless man. I'm like, oh man, why didn't I put these things on? In 2008, when the market crashed, I had been buying and flipping properties, and it was like you couldn't lose. It didn't matter what I buy. By the time that the whole deal closed, maybe I'd made $50,000 just because the equity was rising that fast. Well, then all of a sudden, I had all these properties. Even though I had interested buyers in them, I couldn't sell them. no one could get a loan anymore. I kept thinking, okay, I'm gonna get out of this. Eventually someone can get a loan, but then they were like requiring, it went from 0% down, they'll give anybody a loan. Overnight it went to like, okay, basically 25%. Well, who the hell's got 25% down? My point is I was unable to sell any of the properties that I owned at the time. Pretty soon, my savings was totally depleted. My wife and I were having another baby at the time. And, being like the man, I guess, in my head, it's like all my value came from like providing. The week later, the robbery happens. And the difference here was that normally when people are like watching about a bank robbery, most of the time people are like, oh, scumbag, this and that. But that was a different time. It was literally a day after the $700 bailout of the banking system by the government. The banking system that got this money interest-free, it's not like they bailed out all of the people that were losing their homes, so people were pissed, really pissed off. And that changed like the public perspective of all this. And it created like this thing when they couldn't catch, whoever this guy that did this was, and people were like rooting for whoever it was to get away.
What do you got? The Holy Grail, the Union Depository. And they say it cannot be hit. I gotta make a big take. Well, gems it is then.
Yeah, it's gonna be kind of hard to do a mission without the cheat codes though. That's the thing is it makes the game funner for like, it's kind of like real life. You get the cheat codes and it's like, oh, I can get this faster, I can get that, I have all this money, and then it totally like deflates the game like funness though.
Okay, let's get this done.
Press to enter glasses hidden camera. It's like, yeah, well, you can record whatever you're looking at, but guess what? They're recording you too. You don't think they're gonna look back? Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Sir, thank you. This shot is useless.
Shut up, man.
What we got? A security camera and the alarm system.
Yeah, which I'm all on.
Good work. Now speak to the assistant and see if there's anything else we need to know.
Oh, exactly. That's a good idea. Just long enough so she remembers me. Yeah, look at me. Remember this face.
I'm gonna take a look around. Think about it. Come back to you, baby.
I'm gonna go look around. Think about it. Then I'll come back, baby. She'll never remember that.
I'm on the roof. All right, use the glasses to get me a shot of Angelico's roof unit. It'll be right above the store.
Wait, I'm on the building of? Get the fuck out of here. Why did I go into the store? The dude already knew that was in there. Why did I go in there? The reason for committing this crime is because the dude owes the money to the guy, $2.5 million, and he has no insurance. Yeah, they're all talking tough here, but you know what? As soon as the feds come knocking, throwing 20 years at you, guess what? All your homeboys will sell you out in a heartbeat.
There's two ways I see of doing this. We go in smart, or we go in loud and dumb.
Well, the more stuff you got, the more complicated it is. Like in my crime, anytime that you involve too many things, it's a lot of things that could go wrong. And nothing ever goes right. But because I would like to try to do it smart.
Select personnel with that in mind. As ever, the better they are, the bigger the cut.
It's ridiculous picking somebody you don't know. I mean, to do something that, the chances of one of these guys getting caught, like, is this dude a drunk? Is he gonna go, oh, yeah, they're talking about driving and composure, the stuff they should be asking about is like, how solid has this dude been? Has he ever done time before? Well, because it will increase my odds of getting away, I'll go with Christian Feltz, but that dude is a snitch. Have you ever seen like 5 pesticide people come in? And these guys have never met before. Yeah, this is so unrealistic. All those movies, Ocean's 11, that's a good example is, you recruit these guys because this guy was this and that guy, I mean, it's a cool concept, but no, it really would, I don't think it's ever happened that way. It comes down to like loyalty, really, and trust. At the higher levels of, that type of stuff from my experience were actually the people that were like more trustworthy than a lower level person. The guys that, are in it for like the long haul, I guess. They're the, if you're screwing people over all the time, they're not gonna stay in business. It's no different than any other business. Yeah, you can get a quick lick on somebody, but then, in the long run, you're gonna end up losing money. And the people that are willing to screw people over for nothing are the ones that are gonna stay as like a low level whatever. So if I miss though, it just creates a smoke signal for cops.
Think about it like this. I mean, I always say that I told him to fix that goddamn AC.
Good, yeah, pull out the guns before you go in, mate.
Let's do this! Hey, we gotta walk! Come on!
Oh, 5-0.
So for the last time, move it! Hey, get the fuck out my face! It's go time!
Oh, what is it? How much did it say I made? 5 mil? Yeah, that's another thing. It's like anything you try to steal, like an item. So if someone steals a painting or whatever, that's another unrealistic thing. It's say that he owes dude 2.5. What, is he gonna sell this for? So I stole 4.95 mil worth of jewelry that I'll be able to sell for about 30 grand. Uh-oh, lost my crew. If someone's willing to get into a tunnel, they most likely would have already gotten away. We're all good here. I mean, really, we should just be dropping off all this shit somewhere. And get rid of these freaking outfits, man. Okay, we're free. They send 50 cop cars, but no choppers.
Lester's waiting for us at the lockup.
Okay, let's go see Lester. See, they already have a buyer lined up or what? Like, where are we meeting? This warehouse. It's like you got the money to buy a warehouse that's right in the city.
I want you to stop by the house a little later on. We'll celebrate, all right? Huh? Oh, man. We're back in action.
Yeah, in reality, one of those guys that you did it with would have been like an undercover cop. Heist passed, yay! Because of the homeless man and what he saw that day during the trial run, I was eventually sentenced to 6 years in federal prison for armored car robbery. It was considered a non-violent type of robbery only because I did not use an actual deadly weapon. I signed for 5, but the judge ended up giving me an extra year because of those people that I brought to the scene of the crime dressed the way I was. I basically put them in danger, you know. I spent 7 months in solitary confinement and I still don't really know the reason why. I went insane. I mean, I really did. And it was like I was fighting and I had this rage in me and it was just like, I don't know, I finally just took accountability like, hey, Anthony, you know, you only have you to blame. You're the one that got you here. You know, I just kept thinking about my kids and how they're growing up without a dad. You know, that was one thing that I just could not accept. I'd started drawing pictures, you know, just little pictures or whatever. And if they liked Elmo, I'd draw pictures of Elmo, like saying happy birthday or whatever it was. And then these pictures got more and more in depth. And the way that I looked at it was like, okay, well, they may be able to look back 10 years from now and say, you know what, my dad made a mistake. But one thing I do know is my dad loves me. Because even though those drawings suck, you know, my drawings weren't very good, there was no doubt that I put a lot of effort into it. That's how everything kind of started. And when I was released, after the 7 months, I was transferred to a prison in Florida. And when I came out of there, I was never the same. I mean, I really, I didn't talk to anybody. All my time was spent on basically making these books for my kids. And then it was just like, wow, you know, it brought me a peace. Finally, I was like doing something that wasn't for me. And I fell in love with it, and I came home and I tried to get a lot of these, you know, these works, I guess, published. I was laughed at, you know, pretty much made a fool of. I'd stay up until like 3 in the morning, like trying to learn these programs on how to get my paper illustrations into like vector illustrations. It took like 5 years, but with some luck, I all of a sudden, you know, hit a bestseller. My kids were in elementary school, and, you know, parents of their friends. There was no hiding from who I was, what I did. The number one instincts we all have is to protect, you know, our young. So of course, you know, they're gonna be cautious around me. I don't blame them for that. Just knowing that, it didn't make it any easier, because as much as like I had changed, no one knows that. You know, all they know is my past. So yeah, when playing this game, of course I look back and I'm like, hey, I used to be involved with this kind of stuff and guys in organized crime, and it's like, you know, when I think back to that, it doesn't seem real, but it was, really. I mean, I am just blessed to have been given a second chance, to be able to see my kids grow up, you know, go to eventually someday see, you know, them get married and all these first things that I'm still a part of, and I value my time. I value my time with them so much, because I lost that time.
My name is Amber. I'm a police officer in Southern California. So our day-to-day as a police officer, it actually varies a great deal. We respond to radio calls, we do traffic stops. Sometimes like they'll pretend like they're gonna stop and then they take off all of a sudden in the car. Or we've had people that just straight up like bail out and just take off right on foot. If that happens, that means that either like the car is stolen or there's like a weapon in the car. People don't generally just run off because they got pulled over for speeding. This should be interesting. This is crazy, like realistic. And, like the logos, like that's on the back of our cars. The seal, it even has like the bumper sticker. Who made this? Back to obeying all the traffic rules. Okay, see that car made a right on red, but did not stop. Stop.
Officers report a suspect resisting arrest in Mission Row.
Am I this? This is my suspect person? Hey. Back up, back up, back up, back up. Local patrol unit. Yes.
Attention all units. Backup needed in
there we go.
Textile City.
Oh my gosh. That was... What just happened? Hold on. We all need to settle down. That came out of nowhere. I feel like it's not even my pursuit anymore. It's like they can have it. Can I pit them? Sure, pit them. I mean, or this car is just gonna do what they want, I guess. They did pit them. See, we would have to like stop and like make sure no other cars are coming in that intersection before we, okay, what kind of car did they have? What? My own car has rammed me. Is that paper? I thought they have paper plate. Now there's a helicopter. Oh, this got so out of hand so fast. I would have some serious explaining to do to my sergeant and supervisors. Get out. You're not helping. Can I walk along the side of him and like pull him out? All right, I mean, what do I do now? Oh no. Like, how do where are the handcuffs? All right, why do they get handcuffs? Where are my handcuffs? He's going into jail for at least felony evading. At this point, it's because he took off on a very long pursuit. That would never escalate to what just happened. There's so much that was wrong with that. I want to get like more towards like the middle of the city because that's where people drive like the biggest a-holes. Everyone thinks where they're going is much more important than everybody else. Just wait for the light. Forgot how awful this is. Just wait at lights, but I can't exactly go like running red lights if that's exactly what I'm pulling people over for. So I just want a regular old traffic stop. What lane are they turning from? So they're going like out to the right and doing that. You have to turn into like the closest lane to you. Oh, all right. So I'm pulled over. So I'm gonna ask for their ID. Oh, Frank Leota. Let me just get the license plate. 16 Queen Frank. That's so many more numbers, but now I'm just gonna make sure that there's no warrants on the car or that it's not stolen and that he has no warrants. License is valid, no active warrants. This is so cool. Registered to, and it's registered in his name. Cool. I just want to see what writing a ticket's like. Oh, I could change. Okay, we actually don't have control over how much the ticket we give. Hey, you can't do that. Got in front of me. Let me try it. Whew, that was so bad. We almost had a different issue. So I pulled this person over because he made a left turn in front of me when I had the green light. Dwayne, I pulled over The Rock. This is awesome. Pulled over Dwayne Johnson. I don't know what I would do if I actually pulled over Dwayne Johnson. 8 Ocean, Victor William. License expired, no active warrants. Can I tow their car? Honestly, I would probably just say, hey, do you have anybody that can come and pick you up? Because towing people's cars, I mean, can I ask to leave his vehicle? Oh, all right. Yeah, because, yeah, so I'll give him a ticket at least. Oh no. This is gonna go so bad. So it seems that they're in pursuit. They haven't really put out what, but for pursuit, generally that means backup, in which case we would be responding. So I'm gonna try to pit maneuver. Yeah! Oh, wait, no. There should be other cars. There we go. I'm like, there should have been other cars with me. We got 2 passengers. Oh, duh. I have signals for him to stop. I knew it! I knew it! Dang it! I knew it! It seemed too good to be true. Where are we going? We're in the back of like a shipyard. How'd they get through the gate? Oh, never mind. Oh, he's bailing! Oh, is he? Oh no, he's getting the passenger seat. Never mind. Oh, I feel like I'm about to get... Ooh. Pull over. Nope. This is so bad. This is so bad. Okay. No, I'm not taking your car. Oh! Where's my gun? Where's my gun? Drop the gun. Drop. Nope. Okay. Oh. All right. Wow.
Units reporting at 148 in San
Oh,
Andreas.
that was so out of nowhere. I did not expect that. This is so bad. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Like anything like this happen, this whole block we get blocked off. All these cars is driving through it. That's real bad. Oh my gosh. Oh, there it is.
God damn it, my wheels!
So I pulled them over because they rammed my car. License is found, no active warrants. 2-1 Tom William Henry 577. Reported as stolen. All right. In which case I would normally, that's awesome. In which case I would normally call backup, but because the backup in this game is so out of control, I'm just gonna, like normally we'd call backup and we would have them exit the car like while we're behind our car, just as cover. But in this case, that just goes out of hand so fast. So, wait, no, oh, not there. All right, so now not only is she being arrested for a stolen car, she's gonna be arrested for battery on a police officer. There we go. All right. This is a pretty complete shift. I think it's time for me to go home. I'm gonna have a lot of reports to write. The mod was really cool. I thought it was really realistic as far as like the details like on our cars and then our uniform. I thought it was pretty unrealistic in like the responses of the officers. That there's not gonna be 20 officers that come out flying, ramming you, ramming the car. People in this game deserve tickets just because of how crazy they are. People in the real world, I tend to give a little bit of slack as long as they're just reasonable for the most part.
Oh, I got a person in front of me. I'm in the ring. My name is Michaela Mayer. I am your 2016 U.S. Olympian for women's boxing, now 8-0 as a professional, and your NABF junior lightweight champion. So I randomly picked up boxing as a teenager, started somewhat late for someone who was pursuing an Olympic dream. I walked into the gym when I was 17 years old, totally fell in love with the sport, made the Olympic team when I was 26, and recently turned pro last August. I signed with Top Rank Promotions as their first and only female. It wasn't until about last year that promoters started picking up women. So it's really a revolutionary time for women's boxing. I really don't know how my skills are going to translate. I guess it depends how realistic this is actually going to be. Rookie, pro, or champion? I'm a champion, so do I press champion? Oh my gosh, it's like a movie. That's like I'm sitting in a chair in a movie. Whoa, it's a boxing gym. Oh my gosh. Okay, so it's taking me, I'm walking through the gym right now. And I'm in front of a heavy bag.
I gotta hit harder.
Oh. Oh God.
Let's go over the basics first. Get the fundamentals down, and the rest will be easy.
Oh my God. It's giving me directions on how to block. I know how to do that. Now I'm on a treadmill. Okay, now there's a person in front of me. A dummy.
You fought hard out of the ring to get here. Now fight hard in there and win.
Oh, I got a person in front of me. I'm in the ring. His name is Luke O'Grady. He's got 0 wins by KO. Looks like a leprechaun. Oh, shit. Hey, headphones. I want to move. Oh, I dropped him. I dropped him. He got back up. Oh. I'm sorry. Round 2. Is it weird that I can't turn around him? Okay, knocked him down again. Whew, I forgot you could block. You can block and punch off. It works. Ah, it's really in my face. Okay, I knocked him down again. He's pissed. Oh yeah, done. Okay. That was a good workout. Should be a fitness game. It's just weird because you're right in front of your opponent and it totally goes against like what Coach Al tells me. So you're right there in front, so you have to block and punch off. I like literally just used my boxing IQ for that game. I want to practice throwing other punches because I felt like the 1-2 was like working and I don't know my distance with my hooks yet. I'm fighting the guys 35 and 25. It's a record. I got big muscles in the game.
Woo! Taps to open up.
That's...
One punch at a time.
Okay, I got him back. I feel like I'm hitting him with shots that should go down. Like, you have to be very defensive, I feel like.
Don't let up. Just warming up.
Oh. No!
Keep landing hits like that.
Nice, body shot.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What a hit! Creed is a complete powerhouse.
You felt that one.
His opponent will have to try something else. Creed isn't letting anything through.
Oh, come on. I hit him with a million punches, he hits me with one. Nice. Oh. A little different than real life boxing, only because you're not moving and circling, you're standing right in front of your opponent. I think when I first started, I was just trying to throw 1-2s to the head, but it actually wants you to dip and slip and roll and work the body head low high. I wasn't big on video games, but I could definitely see myself playing virtual reality games.
Red and white, LED is on, and there is a star. I got 4 seconds, so I'm about to cut it and see what happens.
Hey, I'm Dan. And I'm Chuck, and we're here to defuse some harder bombs.
This will be good for him talking smack at the end of the last one.
Invite us back. We'd love to see if you guys can maybe make this game a little bit harder.
I think last time went pretty good.
There were a couple of them last time that would throw us just about every time. They were pretty tough. So we'll see on these new ones that they've added whether or not there's a hard one in there for us. I haven't gone on and played the game since we did it last time. I don't know if you have, Dan.
No, I don't have any gaming systems except for Sega Genesis.
We just have that first day that we did quite a while back.
We're in a chicken dinner. Let's do this.
Serial number when you get it there.
8 Bravo 4 Hotel Golf Niner.
All right, first module.
Is the big button. Yellow button says abort. The LED is red.
Release when there's a 1 in any position.
Good to go.
All right, next one.
The wire sequence. Where's 3 wires? I'm not going horizontal.
Oh, God. Okay.
Alarm clock.
What do you got? 3 wires?
Yeah, I got 2 red wires.
What's the first wire going to?
2 to A, and then the second one's going from 3 to B.
Cut it.
Cut it. Good to go.
Okay.
I got all going straight across. 4 to A, 5 to B,
Colors?
6 to C. Red, blue, blue.
The first red's going to A?
Yep.
Cut it.
Got it.
And then the next 2 blue ones, what's the first one going to?
5 to B.
Cut it.
Got it. 6 to C.
Cut it.
Got it. There we go. I got 2 black wires, 7 and 9 on the left, both of them going to B on the right.
Okay, cut the first one.
First one.
Leave the second one.
Leave the second one.
Third wire is what color?
Good to go. 2 black wires again. One's going from 10 to B, and the other one's going from 12 to Charlie.
Cut them both.
Cut them both. Dunzo.
All right.
6 wires. I got white, blue, yellow, white, red, blue.
Cut the 4th wire.
Cut the 4th wire. Good to go.
All right, next.
Got the ones with the LEDs and the stars.
Okay, go ahead.
I got white wire, no LED, and a star.
Cut it.
Cut it. Next one, hang on, I'm in the dark, I can't see.
Okay.
Blue and red striped wire, no LED, no star. Serial number is 8 Bravo 4. Next wire is red and white striped, no LED, no star.
Leave it.
Leave it. Last wire LED is red and white striped. LED is lit and there's a star at the bottom.
Leave it.
Leave it.
We good?
Didn't give me a green light.
Give me the wire again.
Red and white. LED is on and there is a star. I got 4 seconds. I'm about to
cut it.
Cut it and see what happens.
Yay!
I kind of guessed.
Well,
I guessed right as he was telling me what to do.
We came down to a deal on this Venn diagram, and it was a little shaky on exactly which one they wanted. We left it, and it wasn't green, so the alternative is cut it. A little bit tougher than last time. Cereal.
Echo Juliet 0, Golf X-Ray Niner. We got the hieroglyphs.
Go.
I got a puzzle piece, an A and an E, backwards N, and a backwards round E with an umlaut over the top.
Okay, umlaut first.
Umlaut.
Puzzle piece.
Puzzle piece.
A and E.
A and E. Other one. Good to
Go.
go.
All right.
I got the maze. The 2 columns are the top left corner and the 4th down from the top on the left side also. And I'm also in that same spot, 4 down from the top on the left.
Up.
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 Right.
Right.
Down.
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 Right.
Right.
Up.
Up.
Right.
Right. Right. Good to go.
All right, next one.
It's a big white button that says abort.
Is there a lit indicator that says car, C-A-R?
The label on the button says SIG, actually.
Okay.
SIG and NSA.
Hit it and hold it.
Hit it and hold it. Yellow lights up.
Okay, release when you got a 5.
5. Almost there. Good to go. You want to do Morse code or complicated wires?
Complicated wires.
Complicated wires. I got a blue and a white striped wire, no LED, no star.
Leave it.
Next one, solid white, LED is on with a star.
Does it have 2 or more batteries in this thing?
Let's see, 3 batteries.
Cut it.
Cut it. Cut. I got blue wire, no LED, no star.
Leave it.
Leave it. Solid white wire, no LED, no star.
Cut it.
Cut it. Now that one, the green lit up, so we're good. Morse code.
What you got?
Dot dash. Wow.
Watch it close.
Dot dash. Dot.
3.522.
3.522. You are.
Oh, that was a little bit guesswork. That was a little bit that last. The middle one, you didn't get it correct, but the first and third letters matched up to something, so we took a shot in the dark there on that one.
Defused.
How much time do we have?
We had 12 seconds left.
12 seconds?
Oh, you want past tense or present tense?
We have 12 seconds because we're still here. We didn't blow up.
Okay.
All right, first module.
Is the who's on first module. And the top word is yes, Y-E-S.
Okay, left column center.
It says left.
Right, left.
Yep, good to go.
Okay, next.
L-E-D. Yeah,
left column center.
Left column center says no.
Blank.
Blank, good to go.
Okay, next.
It says hold on, H-O-L-D space O-N.
Okay, right column bottom.
Says your, like as in you are, Y-O-U apostrophe R-E.
You.
Y-O-U?
Yep.
Yep, good to go.
Okay, next.
Oh, hang on, I got the knob manual, knob thing's going off.
Okay, go to the knobs, what do you got?
I got the far left LEDs, both are lit up.
Okay.
And the lights went off, can't see what's going on. Oh no, sorry. The top one on the first LED, the bottom one on the second LED, the top one on the third LED. The fourth LED is both blank.
Okay,
top
down
one,
position.
Down position.
All right, next.
Big number on top and the 4 numbers underneath it.
All right, here we go. Okay, first.
2.
Second position.
Second position, good to go. Here's a 1.
The one labeled 4.
4.
Next.
Is a 4.
The one labeled 4.
One labeled 4. Hang on, I gotta go back to the media module. Got the first 2 LEDs are lit up. Second one, the bottom is lit up. Next 2 are both lit up. Top's lit up. Both are lit up.
Right position.
Right position.
Okay, stage 4 on the memory.
Stage 4 memory. 1 is the top.
Second position.
Second position. Good to go.
Okay, last one.
Day 4.
Okay. The button labeled 4.
Button labeled 4. Good to go.
All right.
Let me go back to this. No, I'm good to go. We got the wire sequences. 20 seconds left.
All right.
I got a blue wire and a black wire. Blue wire is going from 2 to alpha. Black wire is going from 3 to alpha. I don't think we're gonna make
it. Cut it.
Cut blue?
Cut blue.
Cut blue. Nope. Not gonna make it.
Okay, what's the, what was the second one?
I'll see you. Gone. See ya.
Oh, well, we were down for time on that one. What are you gonna do?
Those pages are getting in the way.
That view is awesome because you get both overhangs like coming back and dying right into that big wall. My name is Andrew McClure. I'm a designer and I specialize in custom high-end residential design. Once you get a good project, you have a lot of client interaction, kind of get a sense of their personality, what their preferences are, and really study the site and where the project is and how that impacts what the design is going to be. So you really take it from kind of an infancy stage and develop it all the way through to hopefully some kind of beautiful piece of architecture. I'm a complete noob with Minecraft. I had my little cousin Carter show me it on his iPad for a couple hours. You know, I'm just gonna kind of wing it and hopefully that some of the 3D software I use translates. Today I think I'm gonna try to do a house, something similar to maybe what we would be doing in the office. Just kind of wing it a little bit and give it a go. Every time you're starting a project, you'd really want to study all the environmental factors and sun patterns and everything and how that affects the design, because that's, you know, super important with natural lighting and sustainability and basic functions. If you've got a pool, you know, you want it to be in the sun. If you've got gardens, things like that, rooms, you know, you want to have certain overhangs. This is a pretty good site. Looks like there's some cool sand dunes over here, and now you got water kind of on both sides. The first thing I'm going to do is try to kind of just lay out the foundation. So this is probably gonna be the entry here. You know, I kind of want to come in looking at sort of those mountains in the distance. So we're gonna build this pretty wide, grand entry, kind of like a palace or something. You know, this is basically an aerial view kind of the footprint. So I want to have this part basically be the entry that's kind of, you know, coming in on over the water feature and, you know, in between those two mountains. On the left there, that'll be some kind of big stone wall, kind of an anchoring element that gets you through and into the house and kind of will continue as a nice, I think, cohesive element. And then these will be the bedrooms over here. This will be sort of a side-loaded garage. There's like zombies and stuff, so we're gonna ward those guys off. Feels like it's an ancient ruins. This would be bedroom 1, bedroom 2, and maybe a hangout area in between. I'm not gonna get into all the detail of bathrooms and whatever. We're just focusing on the architecture. Well, that's kind of starting to frame something, come out of the ground a little bit. This would be a great little guest house for the parents, so their kids can come over here and you can have one kid in this room, one kid in that room, and they can go play Minecraft. I'm gonna start introducing the roof plane. I wanna do one lower one here. That would give you kind of your normal ceiling height in these secondary spaces and in the garage. Then what we'll do is we'll start filling in the overhangs with some wood soffits. I like the idea of kind of also accentuating some of these more prominent walls. So if we can get like a light right like there, that kind of wall washes that element. You start to see those walls a lot clearer and emphasize kind of certain experiences, like when you're walking in, we can kind of illuminate the pathway there. So now I'm just kind of coming around the back side or the interior side of the guest house. These could be sliding doors or something. But for this glass, I want to try to take it up a little bit further. So this glass will actually go all the way up to the higher ceiling. So you can let some light there into the clear story windows. Now we're gonna go back and we're gonna put the second roof on. So that looks pretty good, I think. Except now we're really running out of room here for this second half of the house, so we might have to just cantilever it out over the water, but that's cool. Just gonna cost a little bit more. This is gonna be the courtyard, so I kind of want to, be able to space this part of the house out against the main part of the house and have a big, nice courtyard here that's kind of framing that mountain, and maybe put like a water feature or a pool or something there. That's a pretty steep cantilever, but whatever. Maybe we'll put some supports there eventually. It's a big bedroom. You know what I gotta do. Okay, let's work on the kitchen side now. This could be like a little sit-up bar, and you could kind of open those up and serve your hamburgers and hot dogs and margaritas. Oh, I need to do the doors here, that's right. 3 bays. Oh, we just need a big tree here. a decent looking tree. I think what I'm gonna do is dig out the sand, create like a pool shell bottom, and then fill it with water. That looks a little better. This is the front facade here and two nice roof planes with the steel fascia on it. On the right, that's the finished guest house. Then in between the garage and the main house, we've got a nice little garden. So you come out of the garage here, walk by the garden, get some nice natural light. So when you come into the courtyard, you kind of see that same repeating roof element. Nice kind of transition here, walk across the lily pads with the water wall, comes down, and this whole interior courtyard pool opens up to the view of those mountains slash sand dunes over there. We're coming in the front door to the great room here. Big sliding door system here that can, you know, disappear and you can have this beautiful vista of the mountains in the distance. We've got the kitchen over here with a skylight and a nice window looking right at the sun. We've got a diamond island here with a pass-through so you can serve outside, and these doors open up to a nice deck out here. And then the master, we've got its own fireplace, sliding doors, hang out here and in bed looking at those mountain peaks over there in the distance. This is kind of a nice aerial perspective at night with all the lights on. You can see all the beautiful roof planes. Come down in here into the courtyard, and then that massive cantilever deck on the backside. We've got the fire roaring here. We've got another one here in the master. It's not a small house. This is a decent representation of kind of the stuff that we do. Definitely a lot more detail and, you know, a lot more planning going into a real project. I'm ready to move in.
Is button blue?
Yellow.
Colored strip will light up to the right of the module.
Red.
Release when the countdown timer has a 1 in aim position.
My name is Dan. I'm a former U.S. Army Airborne Combat Engineer. Did 5 years of demo training and blowing stuff up and jumping out of planes.
I'm Chuck, Airborne Infantryman, demolition trained. Dan and I work together doing technical advisory and tactical work for film and television.
He's my boss. Basic demolition training is just hooking up charges, hooking up time fuse, calculating time fuse, learning how the elements play into the effect on explosives and all that stuff. And it's basically just how to not get yourself killed doing it.
Film and television, remember it's about storytelling and especially about excitement. A lot of what anybody does in the military it can be tedious, it can be boring. Most things that you do aren't glamorous. Nothing's ever the way it is in real life. This is pretty weird.
It's odd, because I know you're right there.
Yeah, but I'm not.
But you're not right there. All right, ready?
Ready.
Oh, there's a bomb in front of me.
Okay, grab a hold of the bomb, flip it around, give me that serial number.
How do I pick it up? Serial number, no serial number.
Should be on one of the sides.
Oh, on top, there we go. Quebec, 6-1, Echo Charlie 4.
Roger, all right, what's our first
first
subject?
module is the hieroglyphs one.
Roger that, what are you looking at?
3-pronged trident, the C with a dot in the middle, looks like a smiley face.
Smiley face with the tongue out?
Yep, smiley face with the tongue out.
Roger that.
I think these in a sequence of some sort, I believe.
What's the fourth one?
The fourth one is the upside down, almost like the Tampa Bay logo. T with the upside down P.
Okay, looks like a big B with a little something on top.
Yep.
Press the 4 buttons in the order of some.
Is this a regulation timer? That's going pretty quick.
What's the one on the top left?
Top left is the trident.
Okay, highlight that. Okay, what's to its right?
The B with the T.
Okay. Wow. Go to the smiley face.
Smiley face.
Select it.
Good to go.
Go to the Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay.
Select it.
All right, that module's done. Yep, wires. I got 6 wires.
Okay. Are any of them striped?
Negative. 6 wires, top and bottom are black.
Red and blue in the middle.
How many reds, how many blues?
2 blues, 2 reds.
Are there any yellows?
No yellows.
Okay, if there are no yellow wires, the last digit of the serial number.
4.
Cut the 4th wire.
Cut the 4th wire?
Yep.
Good to go.
Okay, subject to the button. Is button blue?
Yellow.
Okay, stand by. Hold the button.
Holding.
And release when the countdown timer has a 5 in any of its positions.
What?
The button's yellow, correct?
Yep, and it's red flash next to it.
Okay, hold the button.
Holding.
Colored strip will light up to the right of the module.
Red.
Release when the countdown timer has a 1 in any position. Wow. Well done, Dan.
Defused. Pretty
Nailed
fun.
it.
I'm surprised.
Hey,
I'm surprised we
we're
made
still
it.
here, man.
My first time ever using VR, so I like it. 2 batteries, Bravo 6-4, Victor Tango 0.
Roger, first module.
First module, 6 wires.
6 wires. Are there yellow wires?
2 yellow wires.
Okay. Are there red wires?
1 red wire.
Cut the 4th wire.
Cut the 4th wire, good to go. Big button.
It's okay.
Blue button, and it says abort.
Okay, the button is blue, the button says abort. Hold.
Holding. Yellow stripe.
Anything with a 5 in any position.
Anything with a 5? Good to go.
All right.
One of the greens is far left column, 2nd from the top.
Roger.
Other green is far right column, 3rd from the top. I am on the left, 3rd down from the top. And the goal is 2nd column,
You're
from
in the far left column?
Yes.
3rd from the top?
3rd from the top. And the red triangle is 2nd column, 1 from the bottom.
1 from the bottom, 2nd column?
Yep.
Okay, down.
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 Right.
Right. That's good to go. And the top word is hold on.
Okay, time?
3:20.
Okay,
5.
bottom right?
Bottom right is the word like.
Okay, here's the sequence. Your, next.
Which your was it?
With an apostrophe.
With an apostrophe? Good to go. Next word is first.
Okay, top right?
Top right is the word your with an apostrophe.
Here's the sequence. You, your apostrophe.
You. Got it, good to go.
All right.
T-H-E-R-E.
E-R-E, bottom right?
Bottom right is the word blank.
Okay, here's the sequence. Wait, right, okay.
Right, R-I-G-H-T?
Yes.
Bam, nailed it.
That it?
Nailed it.
Is that a winner, chicken dinner?
That's a winner.
All right.
That's a winner. Where's my
What's the time?
Where's my stuffed animal? Serial number Alpha 34, Sierra Zulu 2.
Roger, first module.
Got the flat top 6,
Yep.
the trident. Looks like a puzzle piece.
Hold on one second. Flat top 6, trident.
The puzzle piece.
Got it.
And a backwards N with a U on above.
Flatten 6.
Flatten 6.
Puzzle piece.
Puzzle piece.
Trident.
Trident.
Weird H.
Oh, we got the maze. The 1 green dot is top row, 2nd column.
Hold on, top row. Okay, top row, 2nd column. Got it. And the other one is directly below it.
Yep, directly below it, all the way at the bottom. I am 3rd up from the bottom on the far left, and the goal is
3rd from the bottom on the far left.
Yeah, that's me.
Okay.
And then the triangle is 1 up from the bottom, 4th row in.
4th row from the left.
4th column in from the left. Yeah.
Okay. Down.
Down.
Down again.
Down.
Right.
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 Up.
Up.
Left.
Good to go.
Boom.
Oh, Simon Says. Oh, you scurvy shyster.
All right.
Got red flashing.
Okay, hold on. Our serial number contains a vowel.
Yes, it does. There's an A, I believe, in there.
A in there. Okay. The red button's flashing, correct?
Red button flashing.
Hit blue.
Blue. Now it goes red, blue.
Okay, then go blue, red.
Blue, red. Okay. Red, blue, blue.
Go blue, red, red.
Blue, red, red. Oh, we nailed it.
Yeah.
You nailed it. I want to high five when I don't know where you're. Solid work. I kind of want this game. This is a fun game.
It went well.
lot better than I thought it would be.
And yeah, interesting game.
We work pretty good under pressure. Chaos is our calm. Me describing something and him having the same mental picture in his head as to what I'm looking at, which is probably, it's pretty accurate when it comes to like defusing bombs and stuff like that.
Invite us back. We'd love to see if you guys can maybe make this game a little bit harder and add some more modules, cut that time down. Longer manual with more directions in it. That always makes things harder so you don't skip any sequences. So if you want to change things up and have us play it again, we'd love to.
Not a good start. My car's gonna be thrashed before I can get anywhere. Hi, my name is Amber. I'm a police officer in Southern California, and today I'm going to be trying to escape 5 stars in GTA. So I've been in a couple of vehicle pursuits. Being in a vehicle pursuit is kind of challenging because not only do you have to like watch the car you're chasing, but you also have to be aware of like pedestrians or other cars. So there's a lot of things that you got to be aware for as well as the car you're following. There's people who have pretended to be asleep. People have gone on the wrong side of the road, on the wrong side of the freeway. Most of them end up pretty interesting. I think being a police officer should help, hopefully, just because we're given driving courses through the academy. So today, my strategy, I'm just gonna try to go underground, hopefully. All right, so first thing I need in a car chase is a car. And thankfully, there's no rules this time, so I can just take any car I want. It's been a while. I don't know why I'm still braking at stop signs. Oh gosh, all right. This is so much more fun than the last time. Honestly, it's kind of similar. I mean, we would set up blockades and stuff for some pursuits, so it's a really strong bush. I'm just gonna find something. Oh no, I'm in a cemetery. I am so sorry. This is awful. They got some cool cars. We don't even get these cars. Oh, this is like just chugging along. I need a new car. Yeah, I'm gonna slowly get out of this car. Okay. Oh, that was so bad. All right, going again. I don't know, I'm so convinced that I need to like go underground, like in the subway or like the mountains or something. Whew. There's all these close calls, it's stressing me out. That is a lot of dots on the screen. It must be a really heavily funded department. Multiple SWAT cars, multiple helicopters. This is a very expensive pursuit. Oh no. Oh, that was so bad. Are there no seatbelts in GTA 5? Like first rule of like police chase is to put your seatbelt on. This is very unlikely that there's this many people even working right now to be doing this. No, no. They're driving like worse than I am. Like I wonder what I did, like what I had to do to get this many police officers to follow me. It must have been really, really bad. Flint? That's probably not. No, they have boats. That's not gonna, we have boats too, so. Uh-oh. I'm just gonna calmly exit my vehicle at this point. Oh no, I'm just gonna, can I get out here? How do I dive? Paddle my little heart out. Oh, I figured out how to dive. Oh, this is not good. All right, so water is bad. So if we were to do a chase and someone went to the water, we have like port police, we have our own that go out into the water, plus the helicopter is able to fly over the water. We'd still be able to track you. I have yet to find the subway. This is such a beautiful car. I feel so bad already. See, it makes no sense. Like a bush, like you're telling me I can't drive through a bush, but then I can drive through like the street lamp, I think. Yeah, oh my gosh. That was really bad to just show you. All right, get out. Steal that car faster. All right. Okay, so see, this is actually more the cars that we chase. This little beater right here. Freeways are bad. I mean, another agency is now getting involved as well. Dude, yeah, look at that tire. That's no bueno. Maybe we could take their car. That seems like a bad idea. People have stolen ambulances and gotten into chases with those. That's happened. Oh! Nope, okay. So, note to self, don't try to steal our cars. Okay. Yeah, I don't think anyone's ever tried to steal a police car while they're being chased by the police. That seems ill-advised. I can't even imagine like what would be going through that person's mind. This is a pretty good car. Oh, I mean it was a pretty good until I wrecked it, but. Yeah, I saw that coming. Oh, is that the car? Oh, it just drove up next to me? Okay, we're good. I'm not sure physically that's how that works, but can I not put a seatbelt on? Like, some corner, there's a subway entrance, and you can't drive down there, so they have to get out. I'm just hoping I'm faster than them. But this takes me off to somewhere. Oh no, not a building though. Ooh, I've had cars get stuck in trees. That was really interesting to see how the tow truck got it out. All right, just gonna head in the bush. No, they're coming. Oh, this goes down into an entrance somewhere, doesn't it? I mean, in my chanclas, I'm not gonna get very far, but oh no. All right, take it in the car. Nope. Okay. I did not think they were gonna drive down there. No, come here. Oh, I probably don't need a convertible. They're gonna shoot me so quick. Never mind. I'm gonna soccer mom it. Oh, is he gonna fight me? Now where's my car? All right. So I'm going for a soccer mom type car, because you'd be surprised. So I'm hoping this is like a more durable and like easier to control, because I'm gonna be trying to make all these turns, and if I end up in the hills, it won't be too bad. Oh, this does not turn. This is a critical mistake. This does not turn. I mean, it's not really fair that they just get to like shoot at me. We cannot just, you know, shoot at cars just because they drive away. And yeah, we definitely like don't just like ride on the outside of like SUVs like all tacked out. And that's why we don't, you know, ride on the outside of cars. Just really hoping there'd be something else. Holy crap, wait. Oh, if I could just make it down there. No. Oh yeah, take your time, Michael, come on. And he's in his chunkless right now. He can't even get down the steps. Dude, he is like running with no sense of urgency at all. Dude, these chunkless are really slowing him down. Like, do they come down here? Oh, no, the train. You can't see me. Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm not dead though. All right, it's fine. Knock me down. How long does it take for it to go away? I'm just gonna hide out in here. Can I go?
Even that this is work.
I did it! Like, I know I can't drive my car down the subway, so I figured if I couldn't, that they wouldn't be able to either. More importantly, like, the helicopters are not gonna be able to see me. Unless they, like, get on foot and chase after me, I felt like I'd be pretty set. I just had no idea where the subway was, and that was really lucky. Realistically, in real life, like, this would not work. I mean, we'll go down there on foot. We'll bring dogs if we need to, so, especially because there's cameras all throughout the subways, we'd be able to see where you are at any point in time. So my character got shot a lot. But can't go to a hospital. We would be contacting all the hospitals to see, you know, if someone just turned in with gunshot wounds all of a sudden with not really like any kind of explanation, we would definitely be going over there. It took me a while to get there, but I feel like my strategy was pretty sound. I just had a problem with the execution. But once I did, I mean, it worked out. The subway is not gonna stop us. We can also go into the subway. We've actually had that happen. I mean, and most of the time, it's over pretty quickly.
So we had regular people try this challenge, but no one could complete it. What do you think made you be able to beat it?
I know like what to look for. I guess most people really don't really look for or like think about. Like we have to constantly think about. That was much more fun than the last job. That's how the game is meant to be played.
So I've been a dancer all my life. I've toured with Becky G, I've toured with Yo Gabba Gabba, I was Roby.
My dance videos, live performances, award shows, Beyonce, Kelly Rowland, Bieber.
I think it's gonna be easy. I'm a dancer, I should be able to pick it up.
Hey, Jesus, take the wheel. Yeah, electro shuffle. And it's like Chicago. And what is that thing called? I didn't go to the gym today, so this is it. This is it. Commit, head. Oh, yeah, I'm killing it.
Orange Justice?
Oh. Yeah! Up, beat, and wait, and up. Yes. Come on. Let's go, Kayla. Get the tongue out. The glow.
Fortnite, also a good workout.
Ooh, the robot. Oh, he did. Oh! Look at that, Kayla. Oh, come on. Oh no, he's going too fast.
I'm just saying. Oh, there you go.
Who's killing it right now? Me.
Flapper. I knew it! Oh, I got this. Oh, wait. Let me get it together.
Charleston. Made in Carolina.
This is easy. I got this one.
Oh, you added the shoulder too. The floss. And there we go. Core.
All the easy ones.
Squeeze the glutes and core. Hey, I need that hair. I'm off. Yeah. Hey.
Heidi. Oh, snap.
Come on.
Oh, he's like.
Wax on. Wax off. Oh, wax on. Come on, Karate Kid. Hey. He's stanky with it too.
I know, he's like,
yeah. Other shoulder.
Oh. Watch his head. He's like, yeah.
dance moves.
Hey! This is all you!
Hey! 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 Point! Kayla, oh, this is battle stance.
Who is his character? He's cute. I want his number. Heist.
Come on, dancer. Hey, 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 hey. And it's same arm, same leg.
I have to hold my breath.
Same arm, same leg. Oh no. There we go. Come on. You gotta do it exactly like the game. Wait, which way do we do it? Which way do we do it? Up, 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 up. Down, 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 down. Up, up, up. Fresh. Oh! Oh, God! It's not unusual to be loved by
Hold on,
anyone.
really quick. I just want to say that he's had all the easy ones, and I've had ones that weren't.
Excuse me,
okay?
you're my camera time. Hey, hey, hey. Don't be mad, don't be mad, don't be mad. Hey.
Oh God, why did I pick this one? Squat kick. I'm out of shape. Oh! One hit. Oh my God, there's no way I'm gonna be able to do this.
Kayla, come on. You can do it, you're young.
Oh, did you hear me pop already?
Be light on your feet, on your toes.
Honestly, you picked this one.
I'm
No,
good.
you can
No,
take this.
you picked it out.
You
picked it out. No, you picked it out.
Help me put it down. Help me put it down. Go ahead.
Oh no, hold on.
Woo!
Oh, sorry, expletive. Close enough, close enough.
No, all wrong, all wrong. I definitely won because I had the harder ones.
It was just harder for you because you couldn't do them as well. Oh, damn.
We both won.
Okay, oh, I love her. She did well.
I want his car. I'll just work hard and save up money and eventually buy a car like regular people do. I'm on patrol. Most of the time when we come out, things are already kind of going off. We pretty much just respond to radio calls, help people. Growing up, my dad was also a police officer. Right away, I knew like that's what I want to do. So I've actually arrested multiple people for Grand Theft Auto. Pretty common, actually. I've played Grand Theft Auto before. I kind of like say sorry sometimes, like as I'm playing, I'm just like, I'm sorry. Not sure how I'm gonna be able to do any of this, just knowing how the game works. I would think that I have a pretty good basis on what the laws are, so it's probably gonna be really tough. We're on our way to go get a haircut. Already I want to go like on the wrong side of the road. It was a right on red. You just have to make a stop and you can go. That person's straight walking. That's a ticket. There's no indicators in this game, right? Okay, just making sure. And now I'm at a red light. It's not hard, it's just frustrating not being able to just go. And this person is just a really bad driver. It's gonna pretend like I'm using my indicator. They almost hit that ped in the street, the pedestrian. That might be prostitution, I don't know. Just overhearing that call. Okay, so right on red. It's fine if you make a stop. Another red light. Just maybe like creep forward. Maybe he doesn't know I'm there. Hey! Mother. Okay. This game is like designed for me to fail. It makes sense though, that type of driver in Southern California. It's accurate. I'm just gonna pass this car. If I don't hit him, okay, we're good. Oh, now it goes. All right, not parking in the red. We're good. All right, gonna get a haircut. I'll just run the rest of the way. Oh, not in the street though.
Shall we begin?
It's a little ominous, but all right. Well, after all that, I've done one thing. Traffic is like the worst. I'm going to get my car washed. Oh, there's no U-turns, and it's telling me to make a U-turn. Like, all right, I'm just gonna make a left when I can. It's an unprotected left. You can go on yellow, so that's fine. Oh, green. That car's ran a red light. Another ticket. Another red light. Hey! Watch yourself. No. What? I was in the intersection when it was yellow. That's fine. This lady is crossing the street. I would talk to them, and if they were being really cool and I explained, hey, this is what you did, you can't be doing that. And if they were cool back, most of the time I'd be like, all right, this is a warning. So right off the Can I do an exchange? This is an exchange of info real quick. I'm just gonna pretend like I'm handing info over to that person. So we're fine. As long as you exchange info, there's no need to actually call the police. If it's just like a simple like fender bender like that was, all you have to do is exchange info and you guys can be on your way. Is there a horn? They didn't go. I'm stuck at the light again. Is this because I hit them? Now they feel like going all of a sudden. Oh, they're just awful now at this. They're just going right down the middle the wrong way. At that point, that would be reckless driving. I'm pretty sure the limit line is back like there where I'm at. So that would be in the intersection. All right, gonna get my car washed. 2 things done, not too bad. Okay, so let's go to the fair. Excuse you. Not again. Oh, it is not okay for a car to just like make their own lane. That would be lane straddling. Oh, mother. They created their own lane and then they went around me. An unsafe lane change from their fake lane they made up. I'm so frustrated. I just don't like traffic. You better go. There we go. Oh, no. Okay, I was in the intersection. We're fine. Okay, take it. I wouldn't pull me over. Okay, nothing bothers me more than people who just walk in the middle of the street. If I can't drive on the sidewalk, you can't walk in the street.
You want a date, sugar? You're handsome.
Funny enough, pretty much a ticket. You would think. I'm like, no, that'd be something more, but nope. Look at that. All right, that's a hit and run. That person's gone. Green light, we're good. All right, this car just wants to run their red light. All right, well, I missed that light, so I guess I'm just gonna back it up. If you are a little bit in the crosswalk, you are perfectly fine reversing. If you were in the intersection, just go. We don't care. Whoa. Oh, and he's okay to cross. The pedestrian was in the right. The unsafe left turn for a pedestrian in the crosswalk. He's gonna go park. This is so weird. This is very different than like how I've ever played this game.
Well, I finally arranged a 3-way between Fred from my overeaters group and Phil from my sex addicts group.
All right, you go. I mean, that's not illegal. $15. I'm not having fun. It's supposed to have fun at the pier, but it was a really big headache just to get over here. And I'm alone, so that's kind of sad too. Got this fresh new haircut, no one to see it. $15 for one roller coaster ride. It's a floating roller coaster. That's the fun I just had. I'm gonna go see a movie. Oh, this works like a regular parking lot. I don't think there's a ticket for going the wrong way in the parking lot. I think I would just yell at you for going the wrong way in the parking lot. That was close. We're good. That's a very tiny stop sign. I need more cash to pick up a prostitute. I've had a long day in traffic. I just want to go see a movie. All right, this guy just gets to walk whenever he wants. That hand is clearly up. Oh, is parking? Yeah. Legally parked. I'm gonna go see a movie. The movie theater is closed. 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. I'm about 4 hours early. I did all that and I don't get to go see a movie. I'm just gonna walk around the streets and I'm sure nothing bad will happen. And he has an open alcohol container. Even if you have it in a paper bag, we know what it is. Oh look! They're in pursuit. That looked like a regular driver or something, or it could be a stolen car. Bumping into people is not illegal. See, these are good guys. Following the law, they're waiting for the okay to cross. Oh, street vendors, I mean, technically, if they don't have a permit, it's illegal. I'm gonna assume they have permits. That's uncalled for. But hurting people's feelings is also not illegal, so it's fine. But you would think that people would not call for something like that though, but that happens. All right, whatever, it's probably time. There we go. That took a lot. It was a lot harder than I thought it was gonna be. Overall, I think I did fine. It's really hard.
So we had regular people try this out. One person had 25 crimes and one person had 18 crimes.
That's pretty bad. I can really imagine what their driving looked like. Unless you actively go out and punch someone. It's so fun to hit people and to punch people.
One person only had 4 crimes.
Having 4 in the game is good just because of how hard it makes it. Having 4 on the road, it's not good. You know what you're doing.